Update I, 38M. Want to end my engagement to my fiancé, 36F. So many people were interested from my last post. So I, 38 male, returned home today after a weekend to myself. I sat down to a meal actually prepared by my now ex-fiancé, 36F, for the first time I can remember in months. We ate dinner and then I started to talk to her. I expressed that I personally have a lot of trouble trying to convey my feelings to my partner. That it's on me because I just internalize my feelings with my partner. All other aspects of my life I have no trouble expressing my concerns or telling things how they are. Not sure why I struggle with the opposite sex in my relationships. She made the statement as I was trying to explain that sometimes the truth hurts but it has to be said. I used that as my springboard and laid everything out and explained that I don't see a wedding in our future and that I wish to end the relationship. We talked for about 20 to 30 minutes and then her parents showed up. They made sure that my demand that she not stay in the house was understood. She was very apologetic and expressed remorse for everything that had gone on. She had cleaned a small section of the kitchen which was nice and she asked if that made me feel better. I explained that this is what I needed but I needed to see it years ago not just today. We talked through everything and she left without much of a fight. She will come back with her family later on to gather the remaining things but they were adamant that her parents were going to be present. There were tears and she was very sad but she completely understood. I'm going to take this time for myself and just try and heal my heart and soul and see where life gives me. I know that I need to work on my personal life communication as maybe my way of dealing with things in my relationships is the true reason they are train wrecks. As I had stated in the comments for my other post, this makes my third engagement and different rings and still no wedding. I am a fixer and I always think that I can make things better. I definitely need to work on myself and figure out how to better protect myself in the future and make sure that I handle my personal life as well as business I guess. Again thank you all for the thoughts and 400+ comments on the other thread. This is just an update for those who were asking how it went. So within 20 minutes you were able to break up with your fiancée and her parents were there to get her? Jesus Christ, that's the fastest engagement breakup I've ever heard of. I didn't read your other post but, if this is a real post, you have called off 3 engagements to 3 different people and have you thought that maybe you might be some of the problem? My 35M girlfriend, 35F, tells her coworkers that we are cousins. My girlfriend and I have been together for 6 years. She keeps hinting at wanting to get married and talking about what her wedding will be like someday. So I've decided to take the hint. I bought an engagement ring a week ago and am planning to pop the question sometime soon. Well, over the weekend she had a work function. This was the first time she's invited me along. I'm not super outgoing, but I was kind of looking forward to meeting all these coworkers she talks about so much. For some reason, every time we talked to someone, she introduced me as her cousin. I thought it was a joke at first, but she kept it the whole day. When we were driving home I asked her what that was all about, and she said she didn't want people to have the wrong impression. When I asked what that meant, she said she didn't want to talk about it anymore, and I shouldn't be so upset. She then switched the conversation to her favorite TV show. Why would she introduce me as her cousin? Should I insist on her telling me why she did that before I propose? Hope you kept the receipt for that ring. She's most likely got someone at work that she likes. They probably know her boyfriend already. She most likely has been cheating on you for a while and they've all had multiple encounters with her boyfriend, so by them not getting the wrong idea means not knowing the truth. So sorry dude, I believe you're getting played. That my friend is what's called total disrespect. It may not seem like a big thing but pack her stuff and kick her out. There's only a few reasons why she would have done that and none of them are good. 1. She's embarrassed by you. 2. She said terrible things about her boyfriend, you, and don't want them coming back to you. 3. She's been seeing a county worker and everyone there knows it. All of them in my opinion are deal breakers. At minimum, bring back the ring and tell her you did and why. My 20M friends have turned misogynistic. Using a throwaway account for privacy reasons. How can I deal with my guy friends when I ask them for relationship advice? They're the same age as me but they love to bash women, saying how they don't like nice guys and go for the bad ones, and that they're all just used up if they do one-night stands and something called a hot girl summer? It's like if they're viewing them as a product. I just want advice on how to approach women whom I find very beautiful and attractive and they tell me I should be an asshole. How can I deal with these types of friends and how can I ask a beautiful woman? Edit. Holy shit. I didn't think it will get this bad goddamn. Edit number 2. I'm very hesitant to reply back to any comments because I already questioned someone on what they were trying to explain since I couldn't grasp what they were stating, but I get downvoted for asking a question. Confused face. So with that said, I won't be replying to any comments. Find new friends. You drop these friends unless you want to be single for the rest of your life. As a woman, I wouldn't go near a man that is okay with his friends that hate me for my gender. Women are human beings, just like men. Talk to them the way you talk to other human beings. What do you like to talk about? What seems to interest them that you also find interesting? Ask women friends and female relatives for their advice. Never listen to men, when it comes to women. I would never go to a guy friend to ask how to approach a woman. If I need a woman's perspective, I ask a woman. Advice, insight post threesome. We're just heartbroken. F29, fucked up by not involving my boyfriend, M32, enough during a threesome. I feel horrible and am open to insights, opinion, advice, applicable experiences on how to repair and make my partner feel better post-threesome. I care about him so much. We had a non-committal, casual relationship for a couple years before mutually deciding to date earlier this year, and he's just my favorite person. In the past I have had several threesomes, but this was his first and there were parts throughout it that I failed to make him feel wanted. In those past threesomes I never felt the level of chemistry with the third party that I did in this last one. I don't think I'd like to date women, and my affections for my partner definitely don't feel any different, but I really hurt his feelings. He has communicated about it with so much care and I want to make it up to him. How do you suppose I begin to repair being a negligent lover? Let's start with the obvious. Fall on your sword. Once you've admitted your mistake, you can try to convince him that you've learned from it, and won't repeat it. And you'll have to watch what you say about achieving unsurpassed chemistry with your third. Problem there is that he saw it. You can try to explain that as the novelty of something new, which, with repetition, always wears off. So no, your third hasn't somehow outfeed your boyfriend and become your new number one. Good luck. He could see you were really into the other person. He can't unsee that. It will play on a continuous loop in his head for a long time. Color me shocked. A couple who brings in a third and there's problems. This trend that we've been going down of open relationships needs to fucking end. It's not healthy, natural, or normal, and people always end up getting hurt. But we trust EAC ho there. No you don't even have enough respect for each other. Bring the down votes, IDC.